I'm about to blow up that boy's spot. So, JD, I'm about to play the receipts for how I know that you're full of shit and everything you claim you are is bullshit. I'm going to play that interview in the 7 o'clock hour on the Joy Reid Show. And how I got it is my makeup artist who makes my face look like this. Her other job, that chick a private detective. Ah!
What? A three.
A 3, a 2, a 1.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
This week that. I am Jackie Reid.
I'm Joanne Reid.
What's up, sister soror friends?
I'm good. You see my t-shirt? My shirt says...
What does it say?
It said, are we great yet? Because I'm just feeling embarrassed.
Girl. Ooh, the world. We're going to do things a little differently today when it comes to the ish you need to know. Because there's so many things going on. The world is really on fire. Well, the country is really on fire. So we're going to go through a lot of headlines and then we're going to talk at the end of that because there's so much.
So much.
But let's start with our wind down.
Yes.
How you doing? What's going on?
Well, so I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm drinking coffee in a cat cup.
I appreciate your support.
Yeah,
for your nieces and nephews.
This is in right, and don't worry, Bernie, you're not left out. There's not a dog on here, but there's a dog in my heart. How about
he
that?
Is right here,
coffee in a cat.
Waiting until you say whatever words you say that gets him acting up. He's right here.
He's right there waiting for me. I mean, Bernie is always here for me. I appreciate his support. He's on my side, and I always appreciate, because I think it's when you start acting up and Jackie starts saying stuff that he's like, nah, Auntie Joy don't agree with that.
Like that.
TT said, don't say that. Mommy, Auntie TT said, don't. TT said, no. No, that's what happens. That's how I feel. That in his spirit, that's my dude. So my wind down on today, as I drink my coffee, my instant coffee, because I don't do the brewed. I do the instant. I do the lowbrow.
Less work.
Less work. I'm not brewing shit. I'm not gonna put no filter and do it. No. Scoop, pour, done. And then I put my little cookie creamer in it. I love it. So, but don't say nothing. Don't judge. Don't see Bernie.
I'm not saying anything because you had tofu today, so I'm happy about that.
I had tofu and I had a curry tofu noodle, so she can't say nothing to me, y'all. Okay, so how about that?
Fair.
Okay, firm but fair. So my wind down is I am very sleepy. The reason I'm drinking coffee, normally I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. I have my coffee first thing in the morning to wake myself up, and then I don't drink coffee again for the rest of the day. But I have been up since 6:30 a.m. or so. I am so, well, maybe I think I hit the snooze button, got up at 7. I'm so tired. Because we late nighted it after the show the night before. On the night that we're doing this is Thursday. We're recording this, but we hot footed it after the show. Got here to Harlem at midnight. I'm in the Harlem location. We rode over because we were coming out for something called Black Week, which is fun. It's like a Black creators thing, and I was doing a fireside chat. But that's not really my wind down. I'm just sleepy. That's just an explanation for why I'm tired. So I'm working, hustling, trying to get the show to happen, doing all the work possible. I'm doing conferences, I'm doing fireside chats, I'm working my ass off, minding mine own moisturized business. Okay, doing what I got to do to launch the Joy Reid Show properly and to get Read This, Read That, and the Cousin Nation to expand. Working hard. We're going to be, we're going to be putting our application to be in the NAACP image board. Like, we're doing our work, and out of the crack of his ass, John Donald, aka James David, aka JD Vance. Like, his first name was John Donald Homan or whatever the hell his name was. He done changed his name 5 times. The person who calls himself JD Vance, which again, that's not on his birth certificate, so I can't clarify or affirm that is his name, but he goes by JD Vance. Out of the crack of his ass this week, decided that he wanted to attack moi for no reason. I had not said anything about Donald J.D. James David Vance. I hadn't said nothing about him. He literally decided that he wanted to attack me the day before we had a live event at Howard University for the debut of my other 50,000 thing I'm doing, which is the Howard University debut of When Everyone Swims, which is an amazing film by Gerald Harkness that Jason and I and Image Lab Media Group are executive producers on, co-executive producers on. Our friend Adrian Lopez is one of the producers. So we're going to support this film. We were going to do a whole thing honoring the Howard University championship swim team. By the way, Howard University has the only competitive swim team of all the HBCUs. Most of the other ones used to have swim programs, but they canceled them due to budget. Howard is the last remaining one, and they are a championship team. We got to see their new ring they got, meet the coach, big up to the team, the coach. I mean, we were going to have this amazing thing. And 24 hours before that, I get like attacked for no reason by the vice president, which of course, as you know, from being in the public world, scrambles everything. The minute he attacks you, the death threats, the threat, everything becomes amplified because he's like targeting you when I have a public event that has been publicized. So we had to scramble to now reach out to Howard University last minute. God bless them and their wonderful security team. They had to switch up the security protocol because I'm on a college campus. And we know that a lot of right wingers are mad at me because I'm not bowing down before the ghost of Charlie Kirk, who was killed on a college campus. And I'm like, I don't want to put the students in danger. I don't want to put the filmmakers in danger. Gerald just lost his wife. He just buried his wife. He does not need no more drama. His film is debuting. And I'm like, so literally my wind down is the vice president of the United States scrambled my entire life in the midst of all of these things I'm rolling out for no reason whatsoever. So my response, which you can find on joyannereed.com on my Substack, my first response, I found this out not because I don't go on Twitter and I just don't see what anyone says about me. I don't pay attention to Megan and all the people saying stuff about me. I generally find it out when I'm in an interview. So fast forward, he does this that morning. That probably 3 or 4 hours later, I'm doing an interview with Tommy Christopher, who's the lone liberal writer at otherwise right-wing Mediaite. He and I have been trying to connect for a while, and this happens to be the day I'm doing my live. I find out live in the live that JD Vance attacked me. So of course I dropped an F-bomb, said F him, went off on him for the things he said about Kamala Harris, had a whole fit about it, which of course then ended up on Mediaite. Right. So, but then Sean, my amazing assistant, was like, I'm getting requests for you to comment. The rap is reaching out. All people are reaching out. And I was like, okay, let me try to write a response. And she goes, well, you know what? Why give them a response? You should just respond on your own thing and get the clicks. And I was like, you know, right. That is very wise. So I sat down and I wrote a whole response to JD Vance. If you want to read it, it's at joyannereed.com. The title of it is The Vice President of the United States Has too much time on his hands. So that's my wind down. I got attacked by the vice president for no reason whatsoever. I did nothing to him. But the second part to it is because he did that. Now, you know, I'm a petty bitch. I'm nice. I am nice, but I'm also petty as hell. So we decided to go. I was like, I met JD Vance virtually. I interviewed him back in 2016 on AM Joy. This is when Hillbilly Elegy had first come out, when he was still a normal Republican who hated Donald Trump and thought Donald Trump was maybe Hitler. During that era of his life, he was already under the tutelage of Peter Thiel, but he was not yet a Trumper. In that interregnum, when he was a chubby normal dude, I actually interviewed him and his chubby ass self on AM Joy. MSNBC has scrubbed the video of that. It's no longer available online. They've scrubbed it from their YouTube channel. You can no longer find this interview. This is why you should delete AI. If you Google Joyanne Reed interviews JD Vance, the AI bot at Google will tell you that I've never interviewed him. The AI bots online are lying and saying that I've never interviewed JD Vance. That is a lie. I 100% yes, AI will tell you, Google it. It will say I've never interviewed him because the interview's been scrubbed completely off the web. But what they didn't know on the right and in the media world, and I'm not saying that they did it nefariously, I just know that interview don't exist online anywhere. You cannot find it online. You can find the image of it on YouTube. When you click it, it says it's expired, okay? You cannot watch the interview. But Here's why you have to be careful of those people in the gig economy. The wrap up to my thing, and the reason that I'm about to play the interview that I did with JD Vance and show that he's a fraud on Wednesday on the Joy Reid show. With the shows from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, but in the 7 o'clock hour, I'm about to blow up that boy's spot. So JD, I'm about to play the receipts for how I know that you're full of shit and everything you claim you are is bullshit. I'm going to play that interview in the 7 o'clock hour on the Joy Reid show. And how I got it is my makeup artist who makes my face look like this. Her other job, that chick a private detective.
What?
Dee boop bop beep bop bop bop.
So she hunted.
If you're lying, if you're doing anything all fucked up, don't do it in public or in private, because this lady who does glam for Joy and Reid can also find out your dirt and your videos.
Oh my God. You know, I need the story offline of how she found it and where she found it.
She found it and she unearthed it, and we're gonna play it on AM Joy. I mean, sorry, not AM Joy. Sorry, we did it on AM Joy, but we're gonna play it on the Joy Reid show on
Thank
YouTube.
you.
So thejoyreidshow.com. So y'all, please tune in. It's gonna be lit. By the time this runs, it may have already played, but we'll see. No, it's gonna play. Yeah, this may have already played.
I wish, you know what I wish, and it may already exist, and I just haven't seen it. I'm waiting on you to say, oh, that already exists. I wish that there was an account, a social media account dedicated to showing the hypocrisy of MAGA and Trump. You know what I mean? That would air clips from your JD Vance interview, that would air things that Megyn Kelly said here or Pam Bondi said here or there, and that, you know, things that Trump said, showing him from, you know, I just wish that there was something that was dedicated to just constantly.
Oh, there is. It's called Republicans Against Trump. Republicans Against Trump. Republicans Against Trump does almost nothing but that. Republicans Against Trump does it, and so does the Lincoln Project. But the Republicans Against Trump is relentless. They just find anything. Republicans Against Trump, and they have an Instagram. I believe they also have a TikTok, and they are on X Twitter. Republicans Against Trump does nothing but troll this son of a bitch. They just troll MAGA. They find all the hypocritical stuff. They find everything.
I'm looking them up right now.
There's also another one. I believe it's called Canadians Against Trump, who are also savage. I think they're called Canadians Hate Trumps, or Canada Hates Trump. One of those. They like to get at him too. I mean, but you're absolutely right. Like, sometimes I miss being on Twitter only because I miss trolling. You got it. Yeah, I do miss trolling the right. That's the only thing. But I just don't want to give them content. That's why I'm not on Twitter no more.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm done.
I don't want to give them free content. I
soon we got to make a decision about TikTok, because it seems like TikTok is. I mean, I haven't posted on there, and I'm glad now that I didn't dedicate the time to it. I was regretting that, but now it's, you know, it's a waste.
I'm still on there, but when Larry Ellison and David Ellison take it over, I'm going to toodaloo. And but what I want to make sure that I do, and this is something I didn't do on X Twitter, is I had 2 million followers on Twitter, but I just let it go. I was so mad. I was like, I hate Elon Musk. But in this one, I'm gonna be smarter about the way that I exit. I'm gonna make sure that I try to pull as many of my followers over as possible to my YouTube, because, you know, at a certain point, look, any of these could go bad. You know, YouTube could decide they want to sell out to Trump.
Well, they just paid them you know,
they just paid them a big chunk of change. And so none of these platforms are necessarily permanent, right? And what we have to do is be fluid. I mean, we used to have, you know, MySpace, you know, they all are temporary. We were all on Facebook for a while. Then, we migrate to where you have to always be able to pick and move, be willing to pick up and move and go wherever. And I love Substack for this too, because Substack, you own your list. Yeah. So if we bounce from Substack, you take that, download that list and bounce, right? So we have to always, especially as Black creators, we need to be movable, portable, be able to pick up and go, because we just never know when things are going to shift and when we might need to pick up and go.
Yeah, that's what I have to give Roland Martin credit for owning his own real estate with his show. Like, it's on his own platform. You know,
but it's on YouTube, though. It's mainly on
YouTube too, which feeds into it. But he has his own platform, so if anything does go left, he's already established.
Yeah. And I mean, fan base is trying to build the same thing. I just met a guy
But it's
today.
still fan base is still it's the same thing. You know what
No,
I mean?
fan base is unique. No, fan base is its own platform. It's its own app. But it's just it's still in development. So it's not
Well,
fully fleshed out.
no, what I'm saying is someone owns it. That's not
Yeah.
you. No.
Right. It's not me. Right. Right. The guy who
Roland
owns it
Martin
is
owns
yeah.
his platform.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
puts his show on YouTube,
Right.
but he's almost simulcasting there because he owns the website where his show,
Right.
broadcasts
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Fan base
Yeah.
is owned by somebody else, whereas
Right.
Roland owns his own thing.
Yeah, yeah. And it is a brother though. It's Isaac Hayes the third fan base. So it's like, yeah. And like that's the thing is we don't have like I'm excited that the Root is back in Black hands because that's the other thing,
I
other than
know.
like fan base is Black owned, the Root is now Black owned again. One of our sorors, Ashley Allison, is the new proprietor of theroot.com, which is great. So that means we're getting a few more back in our hands because BET not owned by us, Y'all
Right.
love Tubi, but that's the Murdochs.
But see, this is the thing that happens with Black-owned companies is once they reach a certain level of success, are they going to sell? Right? We've seen it happen with a lot of our favorite brands, like Carol's Daughter, which I think is back in the hands of the woman who started it. I don't think did she sell to a white company or I can't remember. But there's so many companies out there that after they reach a certain level of success, they sell.
Yeah. BT. I mean, BT was to me the biggest loss.
Perfect example of that. So we'll see. But I'm glad you are safe. And put JD Vance. I think it's for Jesus be damned. Vance.
He did kill the Pope. I mean,
listen.
He was the last person to see the Pope alive, and
Jesus
Pope said,
be damned.
I gotta die. He said, I done looked
I know. Well, my wind down is much lighter. I am drinking Cycling Frog, the wild cherry. I really got to get off this THC. I don't drink it that much.
I'm not addicted. I just enjoy it.
It's so good though. I love a carbonated something. It's so
yes,
good.
Agreed. Yeah,
but I hear it's not good for you. I just was reading something that said carbonated water, particularly if it's cold, messes up your digestive system.
Oh.
And that you shouldn't drink things that are cold. You should drink them warm. I'm like, I don't have any pleasure.
Anything. Exactly.
I don't know. I have to do more research. I read it in one place, but we'll see. I'll do more research and I'll report back. So my wind down is, girl, why have I never watched Fast and Furious?
None of them?
None of them. And I was at my sister's the other day because that's where I love to go and escape all my animals. Bernie, girl, is caught up in the wires of my computer.
No. Oh no.
Bernie, please, Jesus, stop. So I was like at my sister's house the other day, and I was like, let me just. I was working and just kind of chilling out there, and trying to eat her food, and because she's vegan too,
right?
And she was like, "You want to watch?" We were talking about the Fast and the Furious, and I was like, "You know what? I've never seen these movies," and she was like, "You haven't?" And she loves them, but I love Hobbs and Shaw, which is a spinoff. That's one of my favorite movies. I've probably seen it about 30 times. I love Hobbs and Shaw. So I sat down, and because there's an order you're supposed to watch them in, and all. Okay. But I sat down and watched the first one. Girl, this movie is so good.
I've probably seen it years ago. I've never seen any of the sequels personally.
You saw the first one, which Tyrese was not even in, because I kept saying during the whole movie, "Where's Tyrese?"
Right.
Where's Tyrese? But it was good. It was really, really good. So they're on Netflix. All the movies are on there until the end of the month, October. So, girl, now I gotta watch all the movies.
All of them. There you go.
But I'm so excited, girl. I love these movies because I love action. I'm an action girly. Love an action movie, but I'm not hooked on. I mean, when did they first come out? Early 2000s?
Early, that was early 2000s. But I'm with you. It was just not a thing that I got into at all. I'm with you. I never got into it at all.
I
at
didn't,
all.
but I love action. Like if you
Yeah,
watch
me
Hobbs and
too.
Shaw, it's
Yeah,
a spinoff of that. And it's
yeah.
like, and I was like, I think my sister had one of the movies on, and I was like, oh my God, I was caught up in, she was like, have you never seen these? And I was like, no. So
Okay,
that is my mission, girl.
that's
I
your
am going
mission.
to watch all of these movies before the end of the month, and I will report back. So no
Report back.
spoilers in the comments, but y'all can tell me in the comments, if you will, if you, so there's this thing that you're either supposed to watch the movies in chronological order, or
Okay.
the order that they were made, because I think the Tokyo one was made years later, but it's supposed to
It's
come
set earlier.
early.
Well, that's kind of like Alien, right? Like there's an order you watch Alien in, either the years they were actually made, but then the actual timeline in Aliens is not in the order they were made. Some of them jump. So
Oh, what
there's
do you mean?
Alien is the same thing, that like, yeah, if you watch the
Are you
Alien
talking about
movie,
Terminator or Alien?
no, Alien. You know how there's been like all these aliens. Prometheus is the latest one. There's not
Oh, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Alien movies. They are made not in the same. It's like Star Wars is not in the order, the linear order of the timeline of the
Yeah,
universe.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the Alien movies are not made in the linear order. So they say that, and I've seen those movies 1,000. I've seen so many of the Alien movies, and one time I was like,
I have
I want to
too.
sit down and watch them not in the order they were made, but in the order that they're set in. Because if you do that, you'd have to watch Prometheus before you watch the one that was made in the 70s. Like it's crazy if you
Before
flip
the
it.
first one?
Yes, because Prometheus comes before the Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver in the that was made in like 79 or something. That
What?
movie is not first in the universe, in the timeline of that universe, girl. That's
I
when
did
it gets
not know.
deep.
Girl, when I tell you I have seen the movie Aliens with the S on the end, the second one, that's the
Listen.
best one. That
That
is,
one is good. You mean the one with the guy who tears what's his name? Who a rock with Rock Newt with rock in it, where he tears his glasses off and it's like, "Come and get me, aliens." That one, the second
who,
one,
wait, which one? Who is
the
that?
one where they were on a prison ship.
No, 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 no. That's
Oh,
three.
that's 3. Okay, got it.
Two is the one with the little girl.
Oh, that
Newt.
one is with Newt, with
Girl with
Newt,
Newt, the little
right?
girl.
Okay, so from what I understand, I'm gonna have to look this up. Prometheus, which is one of the newer ones, is
Yeah, yeah, I've seen
actually,
that one.
yeah, in the universe that we're talking about, that is number 1. That is the earth that, and some people claim, okay, this is gonna make it even deeper. Predator, the movie Predator. There's a fan fiction theory that Predator, and there's an Alien versus Predator movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That the real first movie in the Alien universe is Predator, and that Predator precede. There's a whole bunch of different weird ways in which
How
people.
is that?
I don't know, but I know there's a fan. I went in a deep wormhole one time about the Alien movies and what order they really. And so one day I'm going to sit down and watch, because I'm obsessed. I love the Alien movies.
I
I
love
want to
the
watch
alien
them.
movies.
Yeah, and so we got to watch them in the order that the universe is saying they should come in.
Girl, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing. They made them out of order because some of them are prequels. I'm
Girl,
Googling it right now. Some of them are prequels,
I
girl.
had no idea. That is,
Hmm.
girl, that is something.
Yep, yep, yep. And you're absolutely right about. I just started googling it, and it says the same thing about Fast and Furious. So here's what it says: people are saying that in order. So there's a site, there's a place called space.com. And so they're saying that that this is the real order in chronological order. Okay, this is gonna blow your mind.
Go ahead.
Number 1 is Alien versus Predator, then Alien versus Predator Requiem, then Prometheus, then Alien Covenant, then Alien Earth, and then the Alien movie from the 70s, then Alien Romulus, then the one you love, Aliens with Newt, then Alien 3 on the prison ship, and then the last one is the one that's coming up that they're going to come out with is Alien Resurrection. Apparently, the Alien versus Predator movie is the prequel to the whole damn thing.
Girl, you lying to me right now. You are
I'm
a
telling you,
liar.
the movie from the 70s is like the 7th movie in the
What?
actual order of the universe.
Girl, this is my mind is blown. I love Alien. Well, let's move on.
Yes.
And get to the stories that we're going to talk about today. I love chatting with you. We can just go
Yes,
on and on about
I
so many
know.
things. But back to my wind down. I'm going to watch Fast and the Furious.
Yes, and I'm excited to. I might watch it too. I think I might join you. Sounds good.
Watching it from the beginning. So movie
Yes.
2 is next. And you guys, as I said, let us know in our comments what order you would watch the Fast and the Furious in. All right.
Please.
So let's move on to issue need to know. Girl, so much going on. As I said off the top of the show, we're just going to do a roundup and then we're going to discuss after. So many things. So understaffing at airports due to this shutdown. The FAA is reporting staffing issues amid the government shutdown. Apparently, these workers are not being paid. And so many of them are having to take other jobs to pay their bills so they can't show up to work. Traffic control towers in Burbank, Denver, and Newark. This is as of this show. We're experiencing delays because of this. All I can say is fly at your own risk. Now, this another story. This judge's home burned down. In case you missed this, a South Carolina judge's home burned down just 1 month after she ruled against the Trump administration getting voter information. The fire is under investigation right now. Also, in case you missed it, ICE thugs, as I like to call them, not agents, ICE thugs in Chicago, girl. Federal thugs use helicopters and unmarked vehicles to attack and kidnap residents, including children from a Chicago apartment building in the middle of the night. They rappelled from helicopters to storm this apartment complex as families slept. Use zip ties to detain children. More than 1,000 people have been arrested. And now Trump is threatening to send in the National Guard to boost kidnappings there. The Trump administration says they were targeting a particular gang, but there's no proof of that. Palestinian agreement. Now, the Trump administration is saying that apparently peace talks are set to begin between Hamas and Israel, yet Trump calls for a ceasefire from Israel. Yet Trump's calls for a ceasefire, rather, are being ignored. Apparently, Hamas is agreeing to release hostages as part of these talks. But I have a hard time believing anything from the Trump administration. So I don't know what's true. But I will tell you, this lady right here did a fantastic show on Monday, October the 6th. It was a masterpiece and a masterclass in journalism, focused heavily on this whole Middle East situation and Israel and what's happening in Palestine and the whole thing. You have to watch this show for content. No, it really was so well done. And it's a reminder of what true journalism is in a time when it's being lost. And last but not least, ICE is targeting social media to help with their kidnappings. Now, apparently, ICE created a department that will use posts on Facebook, TikTok, IG, and our beloved YouTube to look for leads to make raids and arrest. So those are all that, girl, it's too much going on for us to talk about each thing. So I was like, let's do a roundup. And then let me ask you, Joyanne, how are you feeling just about everything? What are your thoughts going into this week? Because it's a Tuesday as we record. I mean, I'm trying to find shreds of hope, and I always look to South Africa and what happened there to give me hope that things can turn around. But I mean, are you seeing shreds of hope anywhere? Is there a candidate? Is there a movement by the Democratic Party? Like anything?
A Democratic Party. Girl, no.
Not a laugh.
Hell no. No, I do not think the Democratic Party is ready for this moment. I think we're not built for it. They don't know how to fight fascism. There are a few good ones, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, also, there are a few good ones, Ayanna Pressley. Like, there's some good Democrats,
AOC?
AOC is great. I think the whole Congressional Progressive Caucus, God love them. Most of the Congressional Black Caucus are great, most of them. But for the most part, Democrats have no clue what to do, be honestly. And their leadership ain't shit. You know what I mean? Their leadership is not good. They're not strong. They don't have a strong backbone. They don't know how to fight Trump. So no, but what I would say is this fire hose of things you just read that all go together, right? The right wing Israeli government and the right wing American government are acting very much similar, attacking, Trump bombing a ship in a Venezuelan ship full of people that they're claiming are gang members. They have no proof of that. Rappelling onto a Chicago building, claiming there's gang members. They have no proof of that. And I think what they're doing is they're just trying to demonize everybody brown or everybody liberal by throwing them all in these buckets. Trinidad. If you're brown, you're Trinidad. They get to abuse you. If you're white and you're woke, you're Antifa. You're anti-fascist, you're Antifa. They just throw all these words around because they just want to hurt people, and they want to hurt all these people except Epstein's clients. Like, they want to hurt everybody except Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Right. For whatever reason, they want to protect Jeffrey Epstein's clients, then everybody else they want to hurt. And so it's a tough time. I think the only thing that does give me hope is I'm seeing sparks of what could be a solution. And interestingly enough, it is in what consumers did to ABC Disney after Jimmy Kimmel was temporarily canceled. That brief but powerful economic boycott, that is the way. And also, I think when I see particularly white people who know they have to put their bodies on the line, physically intervening when ICE tries to kidnap people, that also is the way. There's a country artist that's at now with a song dissing ICE. He's catching hell from all the right-wing maggots because he's doing it. That is the way. And I think what we need to do is, with our dollars, support the people who are fighting back, support the companies that are fighting back, and punish the companies that are not. That is the way. That is the way.
I agree. And there are lists out there that you can find of companies to support or not to support.
And by the way, the artist name is Zach Bryan. If you like country music, support that young white man. He did a song. He's catching hell. He's a multi-Grammy award-winning country artist. He has a song out now where he's talking about the fading red, white, and blue, and how ICE is going to kick down your door. Brave of him to do it in the country music realm. So what we have to do is use our dollars.
He won't be at the CMAs.
Nope, he won't. And I promise you,
I bet they won't invite him.
They won't invite him. And that's what's going to happen. And so we have to embrace people like him that are willing to step out. If you have a couple coins, buy that man album. Don't go to Home Depot. Go to the if you need to get hardware, find your local hardware store. There's got to be a little mom and pop somewhere in your town that you can go and just make sure they're not MAGA. And I'm in this point where I'm like, I refuse to spend money with anyone or anything MAGA. If you for Trump, I'm not for you, and you can't have my money.
Yeah, because basically, it's not just your vote, but it's your dollars, as Joanne is saying, that's supporting him. If you're going to Home Depot, that money is going to fuel and fund all these things that are going
on. And I'm an Amazon addict.
Amazon, Hulu, Disney,
all of it.
ABC, Paramount, all of them.
If you are watching because you love Gayle and you want to watch the CBS Morning News, you're complicit. Just know you are. And if you're down with being complicit and you just want to watch 60 Minutes and you want to watch CBS Evening News, Nightly News, and you want to watch it, okay. But just know you're supporting
MAGA when you do these things.
Correct.
Yep. It is time for us to get very uncomfortable. That's right. Really, it is time. Because the almost 500,000 Black women who have been put out of work, it is time, because more of that is to come. They're about to lay off a whole bunch of federal workers as part of this shutdown. But it's not just them. It's at colleges and universities everywhere. The economy is about to get really, really tight. Yeah. So I would say to you all, buckle up, hunker down, save your money. If you can grow something, grow it. I mean, listen, we need to be prepared for whatever is coming next.
That's right.
And our money matters.
And by the way,
get your house in order, you guys.
Where I'm saying here is I'm saying have yourself a bluey little Christmas. If you MAGA, you're not getting a pint. I promise you, I want no MAGA money. And look, because they don't understand morality. It was Asada Shakur who said, "You will never get anywhere trying to appeal to the morality of your oppressor. Your oppressor has no moral. They have no moral compass. That's why they oppress."
Tell the Democratic Party that.
They need to learn. You cannot appeal to their morality. MAGA, when you cannot appeal to a sense of shame, a sense of, you cannot appeal. It doesn't exist. Stop doing that. Stop trying. I just had a little bit of a debate with someone earlier today. White gentleman, good guy, really wonderful person, but who really somehow thinks we have to try to appeal to this togetherness as a country. I'm done with that. No, girl, no. If he wants to do that, waste your time, Ezra. I am not going to spend another second attempting to appeal to the morality of MAGA. I'm going to isolate them. I'm going to distance myself from them. I'm going to shun them. They cannot come to the barbecue. If I had a restaurant, I wouldn't serve them. If I was a hairstylist, I wouldn't cut their hair. If I was a church, they couldn't come and worship in my church. I'm sorry. I'm at that level. We have to literally say to them, go to Cracker Barrel, live your life on your own. Don't come to our Mexican restaurants. No more Asian food, no more African food. Stay the hell out of our spaces.
Cracker Barrel be catching strays. I think I have black people working up in administration at Cracker Barrel.
I know.
Is Cracker Barrel MAGA? We don't even know. Stop.
No, it's not that they're MAGA, it's that they're cowards. When MAGA screamed for them to change the little barrel man, they changed them back. So I'm like, that's a demonstration.
They changed it back?
Yes, they did. They changed it back. So I'm like, this is a demonstration of cowardice. So to me, it's not whether they're good or bad. It's whether you are courage or cowardice, capitulating. If you are capitulating, you're MAGA as far as I'm concerned. And until you prove me different, like, look, I've even said, you don't have to if you have a black owned Home Depot franchise in your community, let's just start with that. Let's say you have a black person that owns, what you need to do is find out from that particular Home Depot franchise, are they cooperating with ICE? It's a simple question.
Are Home Depot's franchising?
I don't know. I
don't think they are.
I don't know. Well, then if they're not, then I
you got to find an independent hardware store.
There's got to be a little. There's ones here in Harlem. There's little hardware store, and they need the money. They actually need you to come buy some hammers and nails. Last time I went in the little hardware store in my area, it's these cute little Latino men. They are so happy to see you. They come in there. They are so friendly and helpful. They're so happy to see customers because they have to compete with Home Depot. So when we go in there, they're gonna go out of their way. You need a hammer, they're gonna go on the top shelf and go get you 3 hammers and show you which one. Take the time to make your keys, chat with you, give you a lovely chat. I like going to the local little non-franchise apothecary when I want to go get my little, aspirins and stuff. I go right over here. This little store, they so friendly. Another set of Latino immigrant people, wonderful, lovely people. Where we go and buy like hair supplies, it's these Asian Americans. I believe they might be Korean American. Could not be nicer because they're so happy that you're not in the Target buying. They're happy that you're in our community and little black or organizations.
Find a black owned hair care place.
I'm not saying only that, but
we did it for the whole month of September. I agree. It was a whole movement. We have got to go out of our way. This ain't got nothing to do with MAGA and all that kind of stuff. It's about supporting black. We got to go out of our way. We got to order it online. Support black owned hair care businesses.
And there ain't many of them. I'm just telling you, when you got to buy hair, good luck finding that.
They got them. They got black girls out here with hair care, with hair. No, that
we gonna find them.
Else, I'm all about support, and it's nothing against Asians who have these shops. Buy other things from them, but when it comes to hair care, we have to stand up for our businesses.
I agree. Oh no, if they exist, find black. Absolutely.
All this time, there are not enough black-owned hair care companies in black neighborhoods.
That's true.
I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? So
they're not one in mine, and I'm in Bowie.
They'll get enough business.
Yeah.
But we need to really support black-owned hair care because we spend a lot of money in totality on our hair.
That's true.
That needs to go into black business.
And by the way, I agree with that 100%. If you can find a black-owned, always do that. And also,
what they should do is, if they're in these neighborhoods, they should partner with some black people and be part owner. Since you're in this community,
that's a good point.
Do something to
feed back in.
Feed back in.
No, you're right.
Help people that are in that area start their own franchise based off of your business. What are you doing to feed into that community other than selling them things? I'm
Fair, fair,
sorry.
fair, fair.
Mm-mm.
But the bottom line be, I totally agree with you,
No,
100%.
I
Stand
agree.
corrected. No, I agree. But the bottom line is, don't go in Target, don't go in Walmart, don't go to Amazon. Try to find something local, small business, particularly Black-owned business. To Jackie Reed's point, you're absolutely right. And look, some of them are just online. Like sometimes you have to step a little outside your comfort zone. You may have to find, like, I'm so sorry that that sister who sold out her stuff in Target. I'll bet you if she had put that website up and just she would have sold out anyway.
Oh, the she's our soror, the girl with the clothing line.
Yes, it's like she probably could have sold those clothes directly from her own website and would have sold just as many.
Well, I don't know the whole story there, and I hate that happened to her, but I know that Kalana Barfield, yeah, that's her name, and I have followed her forever. She is such a sweetheart. Went to Howard, pledged Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated at Howard. She's amazing. And I hate that her line ended up at Target. I
Yeah.
don't know the backstory. She made a couple of videos about it. But a lot of people in the comments were like, sorry, sis, not doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
okay,
can never
Lamar,
buy in
be
Target. I'm
quiet.
sorry.
What
I
you
don't
got
care who
going
it
over
is.
there?
Yeah, I don't care how much I like the I'm not buying from Target. I'll just never
Okay.
go back in there again.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm never going to Target.
Never.
I was hearing an echo of myself on
Oh,
your end, but it stopped.
yeah, and it might be the so if you guys can hear it in the background, this is my version of Bernie. Is the workmen who are working on this very old building that I live in Harlem. They were
Oh,
out there working, and so that hum that you're hearing is that the
I didn't hear
workmen.
I
You
can't
don't
hear
hear
a
it?
hum. I heard
Yeah.
an echo. I was hearing myself come out over there.
Oh, oh, I didn't
I was
have
hearing an
that.
echo. Okay. So moving on to hot
Y'all.
topics. And for these, we're going to stop and talk about these topics. So first up is Diddy, because since our last show, he has been sentenced to 50 months in prison.
You mean the diddler?
The diddler, as you love to call him. Diddy reportedly broke down in tears after the sentencing. The judge
I'll bet.
said a substantial sentence was required to send a message to abusers and victims that this kind of action will not be tolerated. And experts expect that Diddy's attorneys will file an appeal on the sentencing. And I know you said on our show last week that he could be pardoned by Trump. Do you still think that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do
So
because and I think the reason he'll be pardoned and I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, but on this I'm predicting a pardon because number one, Donald Trump does not believe sex crimes are crimes.
it's such a great song.
Oh my
Such a great
God.
song.
I love it. Oh, I'm so
That
excited.
documentary, please
It's
go
called
and watch this
Butterflies in the
documentary. I had
Sky.
tears in my eye. It
Tears,
was so
cried,
good. So
wept.
good.
By the way, that documentary is good. Have you seen the documentary The Street that's about Sesame Street?
No,
Another one. Listen,
that's
you
gonna
will
have to find.
bawl salty tears. It is
Yeah.
so good. And there's
Yeah.
another documentary that's about Mr. Rogers that also tears, tears.
Oh, I can't.
Children's
I'm not ready. I
television.
love Mr. Rogers. So
Oh,
did you ever see him at the Emmy Awards where he stood up and told a girl that speech?
yes,
Google
that
this of
speed.
him
Ooh,
at the Emmy Awards. Baby, I cry every
tears.
time I watch it. Fresh tears
Full
every time.
full face off, face
Yes.
gone, makeup done, like literally. And that's the thing is children's television was so powerful. I just recently saw this TikTok of this young man from NPR, and he's from Code Switch. He's one of the hosts of Code Switch, and he said this is the first year, this year 2025, year of our Lord, the first year that PBS will be without federal funding. And he said, but you know what? We ain't going nowhere. PBS will be here for children, for young people. I mean, we all grew up with it. It's how we got support. So, I mean, it's just to me the idea that these people, these MAGA, are so venal and vile and cruel that they don't want children to learn to read just because it's multicultural.
Because they can control people more when they're uneducated, right? And they're
Yes.
indoctrinated based on what they want them to learn. And
Yeah.
so they take all these things out of their environment. And so they're only
Yeah.
learning what they want them to learn. They're easier to
Right.
control.
Yeah.
It's all,
Horrible.
listen, it's all by design,
It's
but
all by design.
that's why the Black community, girl, I'm very pro Black today, well, every day, but
Every
the
day.
Black community really needs to take control of educating our kids and Black
Yes.
churches, right? There need to be reading lists that kids need to have
Yes.
every level. What books do you need to be reading in kindergarten,
That's
first grade,
right.
second grade, third
And
grade?
give them to them. I mean, because a
No,
lot of
they
our
should.
churches,
They
They're
should
in the
give them the
hood.
books.
And
But
you should have a
every
little
parent,
packet
the
and you need to
church
give it to the
the
kids.
church should be where the program starts, but it shouldn't
Yes.
just be for parishioners. It should
No.
be for the community.
For it should be open to the community to come in
Yes.
and read. Come in and
They can
read.
have libraries where those kids can
Libraries
check
in the
out those books,
church.
or the kids could go to libraries.
That's
Let's
right.
bring back the public library. Girl, I'm going to get
Well,
a library
and
card next week.
look, and I have a Library of Congress card. I'm very
Because
proud
you
of
can watch,
it.
you can watch TV shows there
You can watch
at
TV
the
in the library.
library.
Yes, you can. And also, if you can't afford to buy books, you can rent, you can lease them, take them out of the library. And
Yeah.
that way it teaches you responsibility. You have to bring the book back. That's what we did as kids. My mother
You
couldn't
check
afford
it
to.
out. I've
You
never
check
heard
out
of
the book and take it
leasing
back.
a
I'm sorry.
book.
I said lease. I'm an old person now. But yes,
Like,
you
lease it.
borrow the book. You borrow
Yes,
the
you
book
check it
and
out.
take it out. Check out the book. Yes.
Check it out, girl. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm excited about Reading Rainbow. I
love
cannot
that.
wait to watch and support. But these are the kind of things that we need to definitely support.
Amen. 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 And also, I think this moment that we're in this crazy catastrophe, even to your earlier point, this is a great opportunity. If you had a dream of starting a business, this is the time. Lean into figuring out, like, is there something you can provide or do a service in your community, particularly Black folks, that is a need that you can fill to get people to walk away from these big conglomerates and come to you? Is there something you could do? Figure out if there's something you can provide. This is the time. We need it. A lot of folks unemployed.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of folks are unemployed. A couple more stories.
Yes.
So Native Land Podcast has a new co-host. Bakari Sellers is joining Native Land. I think he is a great addition.
Yes.
Girl, got some tall men in that show. They're so cute all together. The ladies are both so petite.
They're tiny.
And the guys are so tall. But I'm excited. I love Bakari. And I love the three of them who are already on the podcast. So I can't wait to see what that how that
Andrew Gillum, Angela Rye, Tiffany Cross, and Bakari Sellers. That's going to be a pretty great show. Their 100th episode, I believe their 100th episode is tomorrow. It's going to be the anniversary. Their 100th episode anniversary is coming up. So that's when they are launching officially their 4-person cast. So it's very exciting. Very happy for the Native Land Podsters.
Good for them. Good for them. Okay. Last but not least, one little last story. And we're going to be sure and put this video up. Meghan Markle, girl. Despite continued negative comments from the haters, our forever princess, Meghan Markle, continues to be remarkable. She showed up at Paris Fashion Week. I can't remember which show. Baby, looking amazing. She owned the room, and haters are like, it's tone deaf for her to go to that particular show because years ago, blah, blah. I was like, no, she looked amazing. She has a hit show on Netflix in its 2nd season. Please support her in every way you can, because y'all, they be coming for her for no reason.
I'm trying to figure.
I love her.
This would make I'm looking it up. Meghan Markle,
Paris Fashion Week. Girl, look at what she has on.
And you know what? Why do people hate her so much? I'm trying to, because I even know some
she's
liberals
a Black woman that infiltrated the world. When I say infiltrated, in their minds, this is way
in their mind.
A Black woman, how dare she marry into the royal family? How dare she? Because they feel like she controls Harry. And
give me a break.
No.
And that's you talking about when she had this beautiful white number on, this white
girl,
long,
with her hair back
beautiful.
In a bun. She glided into that room.
Yes, she looks good. Oh,
right?
And I still will say that I believe Meghan Markle's wedding was the most glorious, visually striking wedding that I've ever seen, and that includes Princess Di. I think her dress. Oh, look, that's a fabulous pantsuit. Come on, Meghan.
Right?
Pantsuit.
It looks amazing. I agree. Fabulous. With you. The wedding, not
gorgeous.
Just the, just everything about it.
The Black singers, the fact that it was so
the blackness of it.
The blackness of it.
The and singers, the fact, the choir, the celloist.
Yes, the choir, the celloist. It was just spectacular. It was, and it made the other lady wedding just look like, it was fine. The other one, the princess, it was fine. I mean, it was not the same. And that's why they hate her. I think that's
and
why.
The official, the pastor who officiated. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Everything about it. It was blackety black.
It was super, super black. And he, of course, is Victor Curry, who is the head of the, I want to say he's the Methodist, the United Methodist Church. It
Mm-hmm.
just, to me, there's everything about it. Like you said, it brought this incredible blackness. It was a huge reminder. If you didn't know, some white people can't tell that Megan is black when they first look at her. If you didn't know that lady was black before that wedding, baby, that
You
wedding
know it
said,
now.
she's black. She's black. Okay, she had Serena Williams and Oprah and everybody. She said, "Let me just let you know who I am, because y'all been trying to question my blackness. Let me go ahead and have the blackety blackest wedding that the
I
royal
love
family's
that
ever
she
seen in
used
my
that moment to
life."
underline that.
Fabulous,
Yeah.
and it was really fabulous. And I thought it was so glamorous. And I think the reason they hate her so much in Great Britain, who are the pro royals, is she outshines the other princess.
Yeah.
She outshines Kate. And
Yeah.
they can't stand the fact that she outshines that lady, but she does. She's
She
more
just
interesting.
does
She's more beautiful.
effortlessly. It's nothing to be mad about.
It's
Sometimes it just
real.
happens. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it just is what it is.
Kate is cute. Girl, do
She's
you.
fine.
Stay
I mean, she's
cute.
fine.
She's
She's
fine.
fine.
Do you, girl.
She's
Live
fine.
your life. You're
Live your
married. You're
life.
married to the future king.
And also, right?
Right?
You're the one who's gonna get the crown. So
Megan all the way across the pond, girl.
Megan all
Let
the way
it
across the
go.
pond. It's
Let it go.
like the
Y'all need to
lady who's
stop.
married to Charles. Lady, you still a side chick. I know you got a crown. You won. You beat Diana, but you're still the side chick.
She got a whole marriage. She married to him.
But you know what? She is what happens when a side chick wins. I mean, the horsey lady. What's her name? She got the little horsey face.
Stop it, Camilla.
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 I don't like her.
Listen, it
I don't
was
like
an
her.
arranged marriage
I don't
between
like her.
Prince Charles and Princess
I don't
Diana.
like her. I don't
She
like her.
never had his heart.
Team Diana.
I,
Team Diana.
I'm Team Diana too,
Team
but
Diana.
listen.
But I'm really Team Megan too. People who don't
I'm
like
Team
Megan,
Megan.
I don't get it. I'm like, this lady is beautiful, smart. Harry obviously adores her. The way he was gagaing her in that wedding,
They
I'm
just
like,
don't
see,
like her because she's black and she's part of the royal family.
y'all mad.
Period.
And she's not the first one. And look, as far as even a grandmother says, she's not the first black woman
Yeah,
in the royal family. Y'all seen what
girl.
you call it? Bridgerton?
Bridgerton. Wait, no, you need to watch not only Bridgerton but Queen Charlotte.
Oh, watch Queen
Which
Charlotte,
is her
baby.
backstory is so good. Shonda Rhimes, girl. I was watching The Residents again today.
So good.
I'm so mad that there won't
So
be a
good.
second season.
I know. It's
because
criminal.
it is
Criminal.
a masterpiece.
See, this is the other thing. This is what I'm
in
talking
television.
about. All of these incredible black creators, Hollywood is like, go away. But look at the opportunities for things you could actually make. We need the black glitterati in Hollywood to figure out how to make a season 2 of that series, right? Like, how do we get that done? That's the stuff we
Well, you
want.
get the black millionaires and billionaires that exist and their friends to put money into these things.
Yes.
We need to have our own. We need to have our own and stop chasing what they have to the degree that we do. There's nothing wrong with going to the Oscars, right? There's nothing wrong with going to the Grammys. But hey, why don't we create our own Black Country Music Awards show? Why do we have to go to the CMAs? There's enough history of Black country music. Country music came from Black people. There are enough Black artists out there in that genre to have an award show.
And guess what would happen? If they created a Black Country Music Awards, do you know how many white people will watch that and try to get in and try to go? Because wherever we go is where the hotness is. I will tell you, when we were at
Oh, go ahead. No, finish.
No, I was gonna say, when we were at Howard University, day one, we did the premiere of of When Everyone Swims, which, by the way, is a fantastic documentary, and it talks about the civil rights history of Blacks not swimming and not having access to pools, but also like the whole Olympic piece. It has all these pieces to it. So the next day was the swim meet at Howard. Again, the only HBCU with a swim, and it was Howard versus Georgetown. And when I tell you, them little Georgetown kids was happier than the Howard kids. They were so happy to be there. They were happy. They were so happy because we bring the spice, we bring the funk, we bring the fun. And so if you had a Black Country Awards, it'll be white people banging at the door trying to get in because they want.
Oh yeah, but see, what we have to do is that we have to be careful who we give access to our culture.
Fair.
Right? Because when you look at certain artists, they come to us to get credibility.
And then they dip out.
Right? and they're making more money than the people who gave them credibility are.
Correct.
So we have to be careful because we're so quick to say, oh, she can come to the cookout. He can come to the cookout. As I have said on this show, and I'll say it again, no.
No.
The cookout is for Black people.
Have your own cookout.
Yeah, have your own cookout. This is ours. God dog it. Stop letting them in that way. I still will never understand why Smokey Robinson and Berry Gordy invited J-Lo to the Motown.
Oh, to sing a tribute. I was like, this is heresy. That was heresy. That was heretical. That was unbiblical and diabolical and of the devil. That was wrong.
And I like J-Lo. I do. I ain't got nothing against her, but that she should have said no to that. Just like Zoe Saldana
should have said no to the Nina Simone thing.
Girl, and she realized years later some things you just gotta know when to say no. J-Lo should have said no to that. And a lot of non-Black artists, when opportunities like that come, you need to know who you are as an artist, know us as a people, and before you step foot in there, you need to know to say
think about it. Say no. There's sometimes where it can work. Like Andra Day did a really great job as Lady Day. Like she actually really did a great job, and I think she might have got an Oscar nomination. Andra Day, absolutely, she's a soror.
What are you saying though?
No. I'm saying that people were like mad because she's a singer, and they were like, an actress should have gotten that role. She should have said no. She took.
Girl, I was talking about race.
No, because Zoe Saldana is Black, but she took a lot of heat for playing Nina Simone. She's Black. You saying Zoe Saldana's not Black?
I'm not saying I'm saying she identifies more with her Latin.
She's still Black, but Latin. She's a Black Latina, right?
Does
she's Black.
She identify as Black, or does she identify as a Latina?
No, she identifies as Black. Zoe Saldana identifies as a Black Latina.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just a Black Latina, so she's definitely Black. But people got mad even when Cynthia Erivo played Harriet Tubman and said she should have turned that down. Like there, a lot of these British actors that played in Selma, because most of the main characters were played by British actors. And people got mad about the brother who played Fred Hampton because he's British, the guy from
here's the issue with that. And you and I have talked about this. I think the biggest issue with all of that is the lack of respect given to Black Americans.
Yeah.
That paved the way for them to come and have these roles in the first place. And this notion that they have that we are less than. Right, that happened. That is a fact.
Oh, and Hollywood absolutely would prefer
not just in Hollywood, across the country. Yeah. There are Black people who come from Africa here, so they're not ancestors. Their ancestors were not enslaved, right? So they never had that experience.
Right.
They come here and they call us lazy.
Right. They don't respect the culture.
Educated. They call us ghetto. All these, their parents tell them when they come here, don't marry a Black American. Not all of them. But
no, that's true. But that's not true of that brother who was in
but
the Fred Hampton at all.
Cynthia Erivo caught some backlash.
She did.
Because on social media,
she was saying something
making fun of Black Americans.
Right.
But you playing every Black American, in history. So, come correct. And I
agree with that.
Listen, when I saw her in The Color Purple, it's the first time I saw her when she was on Broadway, fell in love.
Amazing.
But watch your mouth when it comes to that stuff. Watch your mouth.
No, it's true. But look, I would also
put some respect. They say we don't have any culture. Girl, I get mad about this.
No, I agree.
Like, don't come over here putting us down when we laid the foundation for you to come here and chase your fucking dreams.
No, I agree. No, I 100% agree. But you know what? You know who else you have to say that about too? Byron Donalds, who comes in here talking about Black people were better before the Civil Rights Movement.
Oh, girl,
during the Civil Rights Movement, during the Civil Rights Movement, his people was in Jamaica. They weren't here.
Right.
He's Jamaican. Yeah. So and look, I said this as a Caribbean American person. So you got these people like Candace Owens, who I believe is also Jamaican, who come over here and have a whole lot of smoke for African Americans, but doodle back into their little background. Their background no different than mine. Their background is Caribbean. So if you Caribbean, you could be like Stokely Carmichael and be down for the cause, like Stokely was, and be Caribbean as hell, but with the cause. But you can also be Byron Donalds, who African Americans. Just remember when he's talking shit about American history and saying blacks were better off during the civil rights movement. Just remember during that era, his people weren't here. His people were in Jamaica. So he's talking a lot of shit and smoke. I'm doing my finger. He's talking a lot of shit. So, you know, sometimes we need to delineate. And so I know when my people are acting up, that lady, Winsome Sears, who's running for governor in Virginia, same thing. That lady's Jamaican. So you're talking a lot of shit about African Americans, and you have people like Robert Smith throwing her money because people were making fun of her and mocking her. I'm not so quick to defend her, even though she's Caribbean American like me, because I'm like, you talk a lot of shit about African Americans for somebody who's not African American. You over here living your best life, first years, you are first generation American, and you're running for governor of Virginia and already lieutenant governor of Virginia. That's a pretty good get for somebody who really ain't from here. So I'm like, you should be grateful to African Americans for where you are, Winsome. And I hate that you have my daughter now. I don't like your name being that. You know, that's a nice name. But the reality is, you are talking too much shit, and I'm not going to defend you. Same with Candace, same with Byron, because I know who you are. I know what you're doing. You're performing an African American mask for people who are not African American and talk shit about African Americans. That I do not respect at all, and I'm with you on that.
Like I said, watch your mouth.
You put some respect on African Americans.
Respect on it. You coming over here, you better respect the
respect on it. I agree. I'm with you on that. Amen.
Girl, don't get me started on that. All right. Well, that does it for this episode. Read this week.
And with that, bitches.
That does it for this episode of Read This Week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let me sip from my cat cup again. My cat cup is cold.
Subscribe, like, comment, and share, especially if you're from the continent. You're welcome here if you come correct.
But you fuck up, you're out.
Right.
You're either in or you're out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
But please like, subscribe.
Wait, you didn't mention, did you finish Project Runway?
Oh, I did. I did right before I canceled Hulu. Because I watched it on
same. I literally can't finished it right before, and I canceled. Boop.
What'd you think?
I get it, who I thought was gonna win won. Because the way they were setting up the drama. I don't think that the person who won had the best designs. I'm going to say, I personally believe the person who came in second had the best designs.
I do too.
So for that, I don't want to give for that season. When I tell you that designer to me was the best designer, and the other one who won was not the best designer. That was my
not consistent and made a lot of mishaps. And the guy who second was consistent
and consistently amazing. And I definitely think that the other one, the tall, we're not trying to give it away. The one who came in, I think, third, I was like, definitely was third. Like, I didn't think that person had any shot. But the person who came in second, I felt should have won. But I knew that the person who won was going to win. And I'll tell you why. Because these shows are determined a lot by the producers. And I think politically, I see why that person won. Because it sent a message and it was a statement. That's all I'm going to say. To MAGA.
You think?
Yes. I believe that they put a stamp on something that they really wanted to put a stamp. When y'all watch it, go in the comments and let me know if you agree. I think they were putting us a marker down and a stamp for the community that person represents, who's been very vilified, more than they become the most vilified community. And so I think that show wanted to put that marker down for that community. And I think that's why that person won.
I mean, I hear you. I don't think so. I know you do. I don't think so. And I think that I think that because she's trans, that
but you're not getting now. You don't give a whole spoiler.
Girl, they should have watched it by now. My God. My thing is that because she's trans, I take that back. Not just because she's trans. I take that out. I think that she was the most entertaining person. Her and Law Roach.
And was a villain.
I love this woman so much. Not only was she a villain, but she just was so messy and funny,
Super
and then
messy.
would
No, I
poke at
think there
those
was the villain
twins.
aspect,
Like,
but I'm
she was
telling you,
very entertaining, because there were times that she should have gone home that I think she stayed
should have gone
because they
home.
wanted her energy on the
Yeah.
show. So I
And
take it
they
back. I
wanted
don't think
the
it was
last,
because she was trans. I
I
think
agree.
it's because she was very entertaining.
But they were both sort
Like,
of
she's a
villainous.
star.
No, but they were both entertaining because the two of them, they're fighting. They're little, now that this lady don't gave away to, I'm sorry for the spoiler, y'all. This came down to the
Who
two
hasn't watched it
people.
by
Girl,
now?
people ain't finished watching it. They may not, but y'all should have canceled Hulu anyway by now. But yes, the winner of Project Runway and the person who came in second had a fight. They were fighting from Rooter to the Tutor, from the start to the finish. They were at war, and
Yeah,
it was so
it was
entertaining
so
to
good.
watch them fight. And also, everybody was trying to fight with Law Roach. Everybody thought they could come. Even the little black girl with the fabulous cool
Girl,
hair,
I was
she
like,
was
shut
getting
your mouth.
attitude. I'm like, you about to get thrown out, lady. What you doing? Like, it was. And Law Roach is literally a revelation. Like, the
Love,
greatest addition to that
love.
show is Law Roach, point blank, period. Super entertaining and putting people down and calling people tragic, saying their dresses, their clothes was tragic.
Yes.
I mean, you all, if you haven't, I hope you can see it online or something. Don't get Hulu for it. But when I tell you this was the best Project Runway
Yeah,
season ever,
yeah. Well, it's on. I don't know if it's on. It's not on Hulu. It just
no,
replays on Hulu,
yeah.
but it
Oh,
it's
I
so
didn't
it
watch it
is.
on Hulu. I watched it actually on YouTube TV.
Yeah. So it's other places. You don't have to watch
Yes.
it on Hulu. You can
No.
definitely find it. But yeah, it's so entertaining. But
So
that
entertaining.
girl,
And that winner is like a whole villain, but like messy, messy, messy Bessie. And I think
loved
it was
her though. I loved how
messy
messy she,
as
like, she would.
hell.
My mom and I would be cackling, girl, because she was such a
Oh no, she would drop with this winner. We done gone. We're supposed to be saying goodbye. This winner would drop a whole bomb into the middle of the room. Would drop a grenade and then go. I don't know why everybody's so mad
What
at
did I? That's what I love. How she
me.
would be sitting when she
Like
chose his model.
stalking.
When she got to pick the model and chose his model.
His motto, I was like, this bitch. And he was like, you bitch. And it was
And was like,
crazy.
what?
But I
What?
think I think it was partly like an Omarosa factor of being the villain. But I
Mm.
do believe, I honestly think, because I think, and I'm glad they did it. I think they were
But
trying to
how
send
do
a
you know
very,
that? Like, who's the who?
the
Who's the
producers, remember
production
these
company that did it?
the reality TV world is not really what it is. It's a lot of the decisions are made by the producers, not those hosts you see on there. And I think they said, and I think they did do it. They
But you don't know
accomplished.
if the producers are MAGA or what. You have no way of knowing that.
I have no way of knowing it, but that's what I feel. I feel like because no, let me tell you something. When what's it called? What's her name? That used to have the America's Next Top Model. There were seasons
Oh,
where
Tyra.
or Tyra Banks, where
Yeah.
they were literally like, we're gonna send a statement. We're gonna have a person win for the like. We're gonna have a black person win. Like, we're going to make this show not just a show of entertainment, but make a statement. And I do believe that sometimes these show creators, they want to make a statement with the show, not beyond just the entertainment. And I think they made a statement that I think needed to be made, that sent a message to these people that's coming for these trans people. We
Yeah.
gonna elevate this trans person to the top of this tier. And that's why I thought of the whole time she was going to win, because I was like, they're going to make a statement elevating this person because her community is under attack. And I thought, that's just my opinion. It's my
Girl,
unfounded opinion.
I think that you are giving the producers of a lot of these reality shows way more credit for being political than they deserve. They are in the entertainment business.
I
They want
still
they
think
not, girl. I'm telling
I
you,
we one day it's gonna come out and you're gonna
one
have
day
to
it's
agree
gonna
that I
come
was
out.
right.
But
One
girl, you
day
can tell
it's
me
gonna
that
come out.
these. I'd have to
I'm
know
telling
who
you.
the producers are and look at
We'll
their
find out.
social media personally and who they voted for and all that. Like, I
You don't
don't
have to
think
know all
they,
that.
they want to
No.
be it. Girl, listen, you
They
know, I
sent a
did a
message.
reality show.
They
It
sent a message.
they
They
I'm
did.
telling you, they did not.
Yes, they
They
did.
ended up
Yes,
doing
they
that.
did. All right,
It
y'all watch
was
the ending and
intentional.
you tell me. Y'all watch it and y'all tell me who you agree with.
No, 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 no,
Jackie or me?
no,
I'm
no,
right.
no. Here's what you do.
I'm right.
Don't watch it and do it. Do the digging. Look up the producers, research their politics, and you tell us, based on not just that show, but all the seasons of
It's
Project Runway, and see if every winner has been
no,
tied to
not
a political
every. No,
statement.
no, no, no. I'm not saying every season. No, 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 no. Hold on.
But if
Now you
not every season,
misrepresenting my
then why
position.
this
No,
season?
because this season drops in the middle of that community being completely savaged and under attack. And so this would be the season to do that. If you're going to do it, this is the season.
I wish that were like factually true. I wish that reality show producers like look at things that way. That's an interesting theory.
I bet I'm right though.
But I don't. But that's the thing.
Just like
do the homework, you guys. Dig. Look at the producers.
And then when I'm right, let Jackery know.
Listen, I hope you're right. I hope that there is political ideology behind a show like Project Runway that's not just about fashion, that it's really about taking down the regime and all.
No, it's not about taking down the regime. No, wait, now you're overstating it. I don't think it's about taking down the regime. I honestly think, this is just my opinion, fashion is inherently political because fashion, first of all, one of the things I love about Project Runway, fashion as an industry has been generally very anti-Black, has been very exclusionary, has not really included Latinos and Black folks and Asians.
But we all chase it. We all chase it
and we consume it, but we don't necessarily thrive in it. You listen to the stories of Black models and what they went through and all that stuff. One of the things I love about Project Runway is it wipes all that off. It shows you and lets you experience Black creators and gay creators. I mean, a lot of gay creators in the industry, obviously, but women, older women. Like this season to me was the most eclectic group of designers that I've ever seen. And I'm an obsessive. I love the show. But this season, they had an older person, they had young, they had every kind, they had Asians, they had all these different kinds of people. And I feel like they really showed out in a new way about who should be at the table for fashion. And that's always been a debate, and it's very political. And fashion is very political. So I'm just saying, I saw this season as the most, to me, political season, in which, not that they're going about Trump, nothing about him. But what they're saying is, we're going to elevate these specific kinds of designers so that you must see them. And I think this this is the first trans participant. And I was like, they're sending a message. I think so. They had the first trans model.
That's what I was going to say.
They had the first trans
models. I don't know if it's the first trans
we'd have to look about that. But that was the first right. But and the first trans model who actually was on Tyra's show.
Right.
That actually, I don't know if she won Tyra's show or she was just a finalist. But anyway, y'all Google it and figure it out. We'll talk about it on the next show. See who y'all agree with. And that's it. That was a long goodbye.
That was a long goodbye. But like we said, don't say who's right or wrong here until you look up
I'm right.
the politics. Well, then you can say that. But look up. But don't say who's right or wrong. But don't look at the show and just make a decision based on that, like Dre-Ann did. Actually, do the research and find out if there's some facts to back up this theory.
My theory. I'm going with it. And also,
you're right. I hope that Project Runway is political.
Me too.
And that in these meetings, they're like, you know what's going on in the country right now? Fuck fashion. Let's get a statement.
I think they did.
Hideous, but we need
no. And the clothes were nice. By the way, the clothes were nice.
They weren't bad. No, but I'm saying.
But I think the second place person clothes were better, personally. But I'm not a fashion
throughout
person.
The season. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And one more individual challenges.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Although I will say I wasn't crazy about the clothes that he made the day of the finale.
They were fine. They weren't my favorite.
They were, and that dress that girl made, that fine finale dress, and the dress she had on the plus size model with the draping,
it was gorgeous.
Perfection.
It was a great collection. It was. I mean, all the
her collection that day was better.
It was nice
than the other two. I'll give her that.
All right. Okay. We all decide. All right. Now, and with that, thank you all for watching. Read this, read that. I'm going to take up the chore of saying, please like and subscribe, share this episode. We want to grow the Cousin Nation to its largest possible capacity. Thank you all for those of you who joined the Cousin Nation already. We love you guys, and we want you to make sure you support. But don't just support this podcast. You also must support. Am I going the right way, Camille? Wrong way? Right way? Wrong way. Please support both directions. Please support Jackie Reed and all of the wonderful things she's doing. The Jackie Reed Experience, where you can get all the TEAT about Jackie Reed and all of her fabulous things. Make sure you put book in the comments and make sure we keep encouraging her to turn all of her experiences into a book. But she's practicing it out on the Jackie Reed Experience, but also support vegansexycool.com. If she's going to bully me about what I eat, she might as well bully your ass too. So you better subscribe to vegansexycool.com. Get all the recipes. It's loving bully. It's bullying with love. Recipes, ideas, lifestyle tips, all the things you need to be healthy, happy, and strong. And we need it more than ever. Maybe you'll grow a garden and make yourself a better life, because we need it in this moment so you can survive. So please support vegansexycool.com and all things Jackie Reed. Boom.
Yes, I have been working behind the scenes, really strategizing with the team and trying to figure out what I want the brand Vegan Sexy Cool to say, what I want the Jackie Reed Experience to say. I have figured it out. So please, now is the time to follow me and keep an eye on what is coming next, because I'm really excited about it. And I'll talk more about it in the coming weeks. But I mentioned Joyanne's episode from October the 6th, which was really heavy on just information and history about the conflict in the Middle East. So please go and watch that, but watch all of the episodes of the Joy Reid Show. You can follow it here on YouTube, or you can go to joyannereid.com and connect not only to her YouTube channel, but to her Substack, her social media. That's ground central for all things Joyanne Reid. So please go to joyannereid.com, follow all the things, so we can support our sister and just show her some love out here in these crazy streets right now.
And if you see JD Vance, just look at him like, give him one of them black.
He deserves that. That's all right.
It's all right.
Ain't nothing hold us down.
All
right, y'all.
See you on the next episode. Bye.